Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is a collab of Because We Felt Like It. It is hosted today by the Secret Craft Room and Shabby Meets Bling. This was Dawn's idea from Shabby Meets Bling that we might learn how to felt. And felting is taking stranded wool or carded wool and tapping it together with a barbed needle and making a solid piece. So this was the little craft I had from Temu that was this little bee, and it was the least looking scary thing I could find. And I'd never done this before, and I think most of us on here had never done it before. So I did watch a few videos of how to do this. One was felting with Priscilla, I think. But you take that and you just kind of pull the wool, and it's a special kind of wool. It's real wool. It's not a synthetic yarn, and you have to have the kind that's carded so it will stick together, because if you have the stranded kind, it doesn't stick together so well. So I pulled it apart, and then I rolled it back together in a ball, and I just started punching it with the needle. You have to hold it at an angle when you're punching it, and I've got finger guards on, which I noticed the people who are really used to it don't wear the finger guards so much, probably gets in their way, but I decided I needed finger guards. So I did stab myself a few times, but the finger guards worked well. It's showing you to see if you can see the barb. It's almost like a flat needle, but then it's got these little barbs on the end. They come in different sizes, and I was just kind of shaping my ball then. Now I've got the dark brown color that I'm going to make the body out of, and I was just kind of pulling it apart. And it's best if you kind of pull it apart, fluff it up, and then bring it back together and roll it in a really tight ball, like more rectangular. The other one was more a circle, a sphere. And it takes a lot of these pokes to get this right, but you do an area and then you maybe turn it, and then you do an area and turn it, and it starts coming together. You can see it start taking shape. And to get more shape is, like I say, you turn it, and you see where it needs this or that, or how it needs a little more rounding over here, and you just kind of watch how it's taking shape. As you can see, this is sped up just a little bit. You can see how many times I'm poking it. It takes a lot of pokes. And that's what takes the most time is poking it. But that's where the felting is. You need a pad when you're doing it. And I bought some things off Temu that were different kits to try it. And I actually was going to try this before Dawn even mentioned it. This is a needle with, it's got a bunch of needles in it, and it's got a little guard there. But when you're first starting out, it's not good to use this one, because I noticed it just kind of pulls it apart. After you get it pretty solid into space, then this seemed to work a little bit better. Now I'm going to join not quite yet. A little more felting there. Now I'm going to join it together, so I'm poking it maybe from the brown up into the yellow, and then I'll go from the yellow down into the brown. And you can make it pretty even all the way around. Like I say, big trick is to just kind of keep moving it and turning it. A good thing is to just kind of squeeze it. And if it feels really solid, then it's good. But if it feels still kind of smushy or fluffy, then yeah. So I'm making the stripe around the bee. So I took some of the yellow and pulled it apart and making it in a long line, and I'm felting. Now see, I tried that, and that didn't work with the multiple needles. That didn't work to start out with. So the single needle is usually a good thing to start out with and get it in place. mean, you can just do a few taps and get it in place, but it doesn't really look that good. It doesn't blend in. Where after I get this all blended in, it looks like maybe I did it in layers. So I'm just kind of tucking it around and going along the edge and kind of maybe pulling it in with my needle a little bit. I guess it's real common to break your needle when you're first working on things, but I didn't break any needles. But a big trick, like I say, is to keep it at an angle. It doesn't work quite as well doing it straight up and down. But I try to come from the bottom with the brown and then up with the... Oh, here I'm trying to shape the bottom more into a point. And so I'd fill it and it'd be a little smushy, and so then I'd tap on it. And there it is with the stripe all on it. Now I'm putting a little strip on top. It showed putting this little strip on top, and I had it way off. Instead of unpicking it, I put another strip on top. But it's to tie in the antennae. And I'll tell you, I did not have a good time with the antennae. They did not work out for me, so I picked a different way to go ahead and do those. Then I took a little piece and I put it in for the mouth and put in the eyes. And oh yeah, I'm trying to make a little ball here, rolling it. Oh no, I'm still moving it to a different spot because it was just way either back or way forward. So I was trying to get it more even on the top. And there's going to be mistakes you make being a newbie, but it was kind of fun. It was different. It was something I'd never done before. I have a sister who does it, but she showed me how to do it, but I didn't ever try it myself, and that was a long time ago. See, I was trying to unpick it, and it was not going to unpick. So I'm cutting off just a few little chunks to make the little ball on the end. So I'm just trying to roll it in my finger a little bit. And there I've got it on top. I'm just going to keep punching at it. The kits came with some foam, but I bought this felted platform piece, which I kind of liked. That worked very nice. Now I'm just taking out a little piece to put on the other side. I actually ended up putting more felt on the top to look like bee hair, if there's such a thing. Oh, they do. They have little fuzz on their legs. So he's got a little fuzz on his head, too. And here I put the needle all the way through and on both sides, and then they included these little pegs for the eyes. So then I put the little pegs in the holes. That's what they showed to do. There I am getting his little eye in. Try to get them even, so one isn't up and one isn't down. It wasn't perfect like the picture. So it isn't perfect like the picture. I'll show you the picture again compared to mine. But they're supposed to be about the same sizes in the picture. Mine's a little longer, a little bit different shape, but I think it's still cool. That I took a little, I took a little piece of felt and I put in for the mouth, and then I tried to shape the mouth to be, get it in here good. And then I took a couple of yellow pieces, and what happened was my son called and it knocked my video off, and instead of turning it back on, the camera back on, I didn't, and they didn't get to see me do the rest. But anyway, I took a few yellow pieces and I put them in like this rectangle shape, and then when I got them stiff to where I wanted them, then I took and felted it on to the body. And you probably shouldn't see any of this little fuzz here, but you can keep poking at it until it's gone. But I did it from the top, and then I did it from the underside too. And then I made this little flower. I made little petals like a teardrop shape, and then I just felted these on, and with the little yellow center. Yellow center's a little big, but yeah, and the flower's a little bigger too than what the picture showed, but yeah, it still looks good. If you don't compare it to the picture, then it's not so bad. And you just keep poking at that until that's laid down. And I did the wings. And the wings, I just kind of laid out in this shape a little bit, and then just, like I say, keep poking at those too until they, you know, and just kind of keep in one area. Like I said, you just, I saw a piece of or a lady put a piece of tape up here to hang on to, but I didn't find it too bad hanging on to it. But you just keep poking at it in every area until it's really stiff. And if you've ever felt those dryer ball sheets that are really stiff pieces of wool to help your dryer, things in your dryer stay softer. Kind of stuck here, but anyway, I put just a little titch of, this wing over here is a little bit smaller, but yeah, it's not too noticeable. Anyway, those I attached the same way I did the arms and the head. You know, you just lay it down and you keep poking until it's attached. And you can see. Then I just took a little bit of brown and put it up here to get it attached there. You can see his little bee hair here. Now, what I'm going to do is put the antenna in, and I'm going to poke a hole here. And I took a piece of wire, it's a paper clip, and let's see if I could get this lined up to put my antenna in, and I go where the little dot parts were. I'm going to go in there and stab that in there. And I took, like I said, a paper clip, black paper clip, and I'm going to, maybe I need to cut that down a little bit. I straightened it out, and then I made a little curve at the top. We'll try to get them the same size. And I'll pick those up later. So let's come in here. And I noticed when I was doing the fast forwarding, I'd be tapping and I'd go like this, and then I'd bring it back and go like this. And I didn't notice it so much when I was doing it. Okay, let's get this little antenna in here. We'll put this little antenna. Now this isn't something you'd give to a kid because this is loose. I guess I could put a little drop of like some kind of glue on there, some kind of clear glue on there, which I probably will do later. But oh my gosh, I struggled with those antenna until they just about drove me crazy. So there it is, all done. Maybe if I just kind of keep at it. They gave me this pin thing. I think you put it in the top, and you can put this little hanger from it. So it could make like a purse charm or a key ring or something. But there it is, all done. Like I say, if I don't compare it to the picture, I'm okay with it. It's the start for, you know, I mean, nothing comes out perfect the first time you try it. But to have it come out looking this good, I'm pretty pleased with it. And all you old felters out there that look at this go, oh dear, what in the world was she doing? And she did this mistake and this mistake and this mistake. But like I say, the trick is just to keep at it, just to keep doing it. And it gets a little boring, a little tiresome, so I see why people watch TV and do this, or listen to music and do this. And if your hand gets tired, then take a rest. But there he is. Say, bye. My name's JB. JB. Okay, I'll see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate each and every one of you. You really do make me happy, because I think, oh, I hope they're getting a kick out of watching me start a beginning craft that I've never done before. But like I said, everybody in this video was new at this, so I wish everybody good luck, and I hope their projects came out as nice as mine did. But I will talk to everybody later. See you in my next video. Bye.